High in the whispering pines, Elias found a hard-earned silence. After years of fighting fires, he lived by logic, order, and the quiet rhythm of the mountains. Beside him was Max, an aging dog who shared his every thought. They were more than companions. They were a single heartbeat in the vast wilderness. Elias checked his thermometer. Logic said the day was clear, but Max felt the shift in the air that no instrument could catch. He felt a warning in the earth itself. Despite Max's hesitation, Elias set out for the upper ridge. He trusted his maps and his experience, unaware that nature was preparing its own lesson. The storm hit without warning. The world turned white in seconds, burying the path and blinding the eyes. Elias's logic was suddenly useless in the white void. A crack like thunder, a frozen branch gave way. Pinned and injured, Elias lay in the snow. Logic told him he had an hour before the cold claimed him. Help was miles away. Max dug frantically, but the wood wouldn't move. Elias whispered, "Go, Max, go get help." It was a logical long shot, a desperate goodbye. Max didn't hesitate. He ran. Through drifts that reached his chest and winds that screamed, he moved not by sight, but by a map of pure loyalty. On the ridge, Elias felt the warmth of the deep sleep. Logic told him this was the end. He surrendered to the ice, his breath a faint mist in the dark. Max reached the cabin, his paws raw and bleeding. He threw his weight against the door, a final desperate plea for the life that was fading on the ridge. Sarah, the local ranger, found a ghost of ice. Max didn't go for food. He grabbed her glove and pulled toward the storm with an iron will. She understood. They set out. The machine struggled, but Max led the way unerringly, guided by a thread of love that no storm could sever. He knew exactly where his heart lay. They found him just as the light was leaving. Max was the first to his side. Logic had failed, but Max's instinct had rewritten the ending of the story. Sarah marveled at the miracle. How had he known the way? Logic had no answers, only the silent witness of a dog who refused to let go. Days later, a steady beat echoed in the hospital. Elias was alive. The doctors called it a miracle of timing, but Elias knew better. It was a miracle of heart. When he woke, Max was there. Elias realized then that logic is a tool for the mind, but some truths can only be understood by the soul. We trust in what we can prove, in maps and data. But there is a power beyond logic, the power of instinct, loyalty, and a love that knows no bounds. Max was the proof. A pet's instinct sees the hope when all logic says it's lost. Where our minds fail us, their hearts carry us through the storm and back to the light. It is a gift beyond words. The moral is simple. Never underestimate the wisdom of a heart that loves you. Sometimes, a silent instinct is the loudest voice of truth. Trust in the bonds that go deeper than logic. If this story touched your heart, share it to honor the animals in our lives. Subscribe for more stories of courage and instinct. Thanks for watching.